My name is Hiroshi from Japan, Izudu Corporation. I'm Asian and I export the Japanese koi to the other country, and I also do the breeding in Japan. But I came here in Malaysia as a judge of the Nusati Koi Show.
Tinggal kita bakal bahas soal siro utsuri ya. Nggak Pluto kalau nggak siro. Okay, we're gonna talking about a good koi.
Yeah.
From the breeder point of view.
Okay, from the breeder point of view.
Okay. Okay.
Especially for Gosanke.
Okay.
And then Shiro, of course. Kita ngomong lagi ada master di sini, jadi kita harus banyak nanya guys, berburu ilmu di sini ya. Which are your favorite? Between three is favorite.
I like Showa.
Oh, you like Showa. Showa adalah satu favorit. Favoritnya Mr. Hiroshi Koyama. This question may be a little bit sensitive. Okay. Is there difference between point of view international judge, like Japanese judge, between Indonesia local judge in the koi show? So as you know, as we know, you are judging the koi between local judge too, right? In the last week, okay. Is there different point of view between these two? It's from you. Oh, tuan-tuan Pluto Koi Center, balik lagi sama gua Angga di channel Pluto Karpio. Hari ini kita ingin memperkenalkan segmen baru, namanya Pluto ya. Jadi kita pertama kali bikin segmentasi untuk podcast, dan hari ini kita kedatangan a special guest from Japan, the one and only Mr. Hiroshi Toyama. Halo.
Selamat pagi, no pagi.
Sore.
Selamat
Sore.
Selamat sore.
Hiroshi Senpai, can you introduce yourself first to our subscriber?
My name is Hiroshi from Japan, Izudu Corporation. I'm Asian and I export the Japanese koi to the other country, and I also do the breeding in Japan. But I came here in Malaysia as a judge of the Nusati Koi Show.
Nah, gitu guys. Jadi kebetulan kemarin, minggu lalu, Mr. Hiroshi datang ke Indonesia untuk mencuri ikan di event Nusati Koi Show 2025. Dan hari ini juga kita ditemani sama Om Yuda yang pertama kalinya muncul di frame setelah sekian purnama, ya akan menjadi
Never go to camera.
Oh ya?
Yeah. Invisible man.
Low profile.
Gitu. Jadi Hiroshi Senpai, today we will talking about koi fish.
Okay.
How to choose a best koi fish, especially tosai, and then koi show qualification, all about the koi fish. And then the last topic is about koi show, of course.
Okay.
That will be a hard part of this topic for today.
Okay.
I will add more. We should learn about Shiro Utsuri from Hiroshi.
Learn from me. Okay.
Ini topik yang nggak boleh ketinggalan, kita bakal bahas soal Shiro Utsuri ya. Nggak Pluto kalau nggak Shiro. Okay, first question.
Hi.
So, what are the characteristics of good and high potential for a tosai koi? First, you tell us about all varieties, especially for Gosanke, and then for Shiro Utsuri. Ikan? Like how to choose a good Kohaku, Showa, and Sanke.
If I'm a
Alright, so I have a question then. What is the definition of good koi?
The definition of koi for me?
Yeah, like you're asking me the good koi, right? So to clarify, good. The reason why I'm asking you this is definition of the good koi. I have so many, experience that people ask me about the good koi. But so I sometimes ask them, okay, what is the good koi? Right? Good koi now, good koi in the future, good koi to sell, good koi for me, or good skin koi, or so that is like a good koi is very easy to say, but to answer, what is the detailed definition of the good koi?
Okay, we're gonna talking about a good koi for future.
From the breeder point of view.
Okay, from the breeder point of view.
Okay.
Especially for Gosanke.
Okay.
And then Shiro, of course. Kita ngomong lagi ada master di sini, jadi kita harus banyak nanya guys, lagi berburu ilmu di sini ya.
good koi. Okay.
First point.
First point. When I do the culling for myself, for example, the first thing is whether this fish will still have a lot of chance to develop in the good point in the future or not. So to be honest, if the fish is finished, is ready for the koi show, maybe not consider as a category.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because
The fish is already finished
yeah, already
in
finished
a small size.
in a small size.
Okay.
Because the peak of the beauty is very different by the fish. Some fish become top on the toe side, some fish become top on the knee side. Some side we don't know when is the peak. Well, although the pattern is finished in toe side, if the body develop very well, still have a good future. So it doesn't mean pattern is finished. That means the peak is already end. We still have a chance to develop the body, so we can consider as a category as well. But in our case, when we choose, after we choose category, most of the time we put the fish in the mud pond and make them big and make them, fat.
Make them huge, right?
Yes. So the one important point is whether it's male or not.
Okay. Male or female?
Female.
Female first. Okay.
People prefer female, and the female tend to have the big body and become jumbo.
Yeah.
So prefer to keep the female. But male tend to have the strong color
Okay.
and already finished. So can be ready for the show or finish good koi.
Okay.
So we also keep the good male as well. But for the business, we tend to keep the female and good male as well.
Okay. So first of all, for choosing the best category in the toe size, we prefer the first is choosing the body quality. Is that right?
Body also important, but for example, if the size is only 15 cm,
Compared to the others.
yeah, it's difficult to see the body quality.
Okay. Oke, Om Yuda mungkin bisa bantu dijelaskan kesimpulan dari opininya Mr. Hiroshi.
Kalau dari breeder point of view, apa yang dibilang Hiroshi tadi itu, apa yang dia lihat sekarang finish, mungkin kedepannya belum tentu itu akan menjadi terbaik karena peak performance ikan itu beda-beda. Ada yang di umur 1 tahun, ada yang umur 2 tahun, ada yang di umur 5 tahun. Nah, kalau breeder dia bilang kategori, maka dia akan lihat dalam 4 tahun, 5 tahun ke depan. Jadi apa yang kita lihat sekarang, bodinya besar tapi skinnya belum matang, belum finish. Mungkin itulah yang jadi kategorinya breeder. Kalau rata-rata penghobi kita kan beda ya. Kalau kita kan melihat pattern, kemudian color, harus strong, merah. Walaupun ya bodinya agak bulky dikit gitu kan. Nah, memang beda perspektif antara penghobi dan breeder. Itu tergantung kebutuhan masing-masing. Kalau untuk komersial tuh, kalau untuk for selling, of course we offer the finish one, strong red, bulky one. That's for selling.
Customer love that color.
Yeah.
The good pattern, small, strong red, and strong sumi also for the Sanke. And then how about the zero?
So to be honest, Shiro Tsuri category is basically white type.
Only white.
Not only white, but sumi is not finished yet.
White
Okay.
Yeah, white fish.
With the good category.
Yeah. We tend to keep the white fish
Okay.
because the sumi we expect to have the developed sumi in the future, right? So the sumi appears finished one is ready for sale, and customer want it. We don't want it. No, it doesn't mean we don't want it, but so it's good.
Ya. Kalau Shiro beda lagi. Shiro kategorinya itu Shiro yang warna putih, belum yang suminya belum finish. Kalau misalnya penghobi kan rata-rata pengennya yang udah finish, sudah jadi suminya udah lengkap. Nah, tapi kalau breeder itu melihat yang penting bodinya besar, putih, ada kemungkinan dia bisa jadi jumbo, itu yang jadi preferensi buat breeder. Nah itu juga sebenarnya yang kita aplikasikan di Pluto gitu. We choose the white one when we have a tosai. We pick the big body and whitish, undeveloped, maybe only 30-40% of sumi developed, but we see the bone structure good, then we keep for another year. And usually that kind of fish will be finished around Nisai or maybe Sansai.
Right.
So we need to be patient and we need to get more time to enjoy the fish.
So guys, pada kesimpulannya pound zero tuli yang prefer untuk dibesarkan itu rata-rata adalah ikan-ikan yang masih belum 100% finish gitu. Memang ketika tosai zero tuli yang bagus yang akan dibesarkan itu, let's say untuk size 65 sampai 70 itu rata-rata dia masih dalam 60% 70% finish ya, dan memiliki karakteristik bodi yang bagus tentunya gitu. We move to the next question for Hiroshi Senpai. He's my senpai also.
Senpai is teacher.
No, senpai is senior.
Oh, senior.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, should I call you Hiroshi Senpai or bahasa Jepang ya guru tuh sensei ya?
Sensei.
Doesn't matter. Senpai sounds more closer age.
Gue so asik deh, sorry ya. Okay, we move into the next question. What are common mistakes for beginners often make when is selecting koi? It doesn't matter tosai or nizai. It doesn't matter.
That is very difficult question for me because I am the agent in Japan, and so my business is basically wholesale. I don't do the retail, and my customer is steady. We have the long-term relationship, so I don't have much chance to sell direct to the hobbyist. So what is the mistake? Common mistake. My principle is, for example, especially as I said, I do wholesale. The principle of the wholesale is whether I can introduce good koi, generally speaking, good koi, and profitable koi to my customer or not, because the dealer is in the business and they need to make profit, and not just a profit. They look for the koi based on the customer request. So I need to know and learn what they're looking for and need to guide them where it is available.
Okay, I see.
Hobbyist is a hobby. So my opinion, I don't do retail, so I may be wrong, but my opinion, hobbyists shouldn't be worried about the mistake or something.
Because they love the fish.
Yeah, because it's a hobby, man.
As long as you like, you can accept it.
If you like it, that's a good fish. Yeah, because we can choose who is the beautiful woman. Oh, that one beautiful. That one I like. What, But it doesn't mean all men wants to marry that woman. It doesn't mean our wife is like the beauty of the universe. But we still love them, right?
Yeah.
So we had a continuous question for this topic, like, is the pattern more important than the body? Because we know some people maybe love the pattern, but they doesn't care about the body. Like, it's okay if the body is not huge enough, but the pattern is good. The quality skin is good. What about your opinion?
My opinion, I don't care about the pattern much. And because I have an experience since I start keeping the fish in a mud pond, Japanese mud pond, Niigata mud pond, and harvest. I see the fish in the springtime, in the mud pond, and harvest maybe like 5 months later in the autumn. And when the fish be harvested with the big rounded body, I couldn't see the pattern. Wow,
Yeah.
this fish is so nice,
Yeah.
shiny and good body.
Yeah.
In the springtime, this is a good pattern. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
maybe I can sell,
yeah.
you know, something like that. But when I harvest it in a good condition, pattern doesn't matter.
Okay.
But that's my opinion. And if someone really like about the pattern, okay, that's also okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's different view in every person. One people have a tendency to have a good body, and then the other maybe love pattern more. Of course, as a hobby or as a commercial people, we want a big fish with good pattern. But if there is option between those two, I personally I will make a body first then pattern. Yeah.
Okay.
Me too, and then I also personally like the body, big fat,
Yeah.
strong body. I like, and one thing is this is maybe like common knowledge. Good pattern fish tend to be smaller than the single bowling pattern.
Yeah.
It's okay, like thing
Two
is,
step kohaku is bigger
Yeah.
than four step kohaku.
Is that the genetics or what? Because so far, when I saw the Tosai Kohaku, when we keep in our pond, the simple pattern, like a two-step or in a Zuma, mostly they had a really huge body than the patternable other
Yeah,
fish.
yeah.
Like a Sandan or Ikan pattern.
yes.
Then this two-step Kohaku had a really big and really huge body. Especially when we grow in the, let's say, first year kip, when they grow, that's really huge. Then the patternable fish. Is that the genetic or what?
this is genetic thing, I think. Like for example, Magoy,
Okay.
original dirty, like a black fish. Okay? Magoy, they turn to be bigger than the Nishikigoi. Nishikigoi is a was crossbreeding and how do you say immune? Not immune. How do you say it? Shit, hold on. I need a translation.
Guys.
Magoy itu nenek moyangnya koi.
Mutation. Okay.
Mutation.
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 To keep crossbreeding and the mutation and make the fish beautiful. Red and white. Kohaku.
Yeah.
With the black Sanke Showa from original Magoy. Dirty fish tend to grow bigger
Yeah.
than the beautiful one. Very strong white, very strong red. They tend to be smaller. Tend to be. That doesn't mean all the fish.
And easier to get sick.
And good pattern fish.
Hard part, of course.
And the good pattern fish tend to be smaller than the single pattern. So dirty fish can grow jumbo. Single pattern can grow jumbo.
Yeah.
So good pattern and good quality and jumbo is very difficult. Like a previous year's Dainichi Grand Champion Nogyosai fish. It's a really nice pattern, but really big fish.
Yeah.
So that's for us like wow. It's not a single bowling pattern, but really good stuff. So that's very considered as a high value.
So that's my personal question for you. Which one between Kohaku, Showa, and Sanke more difficult to keep?
More difficult to keep.
We know. Let's say Showa and Sanke had a different character of Sumi, right? It's not the same so far. It's like Showa is had more Sumi in their body. And Sanke is like a Beko pattern, like it's like apa ya? Kayak polkadot tuh nggak sih? Nemplok. It's a smaller Sumi in their body. Which one is the hardest? And between Kohaku, we focus on in the Gosanke.
Sanke is the most difficult.
That's why beautiful Sanke is hard to get.
Okay.
You know, Kohaku, Sanke, Showa, they are called Gosanke. Gosanke is like a top 3 houses.
Yeah.
That means a Gosanke, right?
3 kings.
Not kings, like a house, like a family. Okay? Kohaku is very simple. That's why simple is more difficult, but red and white. Showa has more sumi,
Yeah.
right? And they can hide small bad point or like a things by sumi. But because kohaku is very simple, cannot hide much. Showa is easy because strong sumi, wow. Even there's a small bad point and you cannot see much.
That's become his stronger point. Okay?
Yeah. But for the kohaku, it's so obvious. But sanke is more difficult. In Japan, sanke breeder is poor.
Poor.
Yeah, poor. Although sanke is in the gosanke, less popularity compared with the kohaku and sanke, and less production than the kohaku and sanke. But still not expensive price, but sometimes a little bit less than the kohaku and showa.
Yeah, of course.
Sanke is one of the most difficult variety to make it successful because people expect good kohaku pattern and good sumi in the right location
placement.
and the quality as well.
What we call that? It's like subosumi.
Tsubozumi. Tsubozumi means like the sumi appears on the right place on the shiroji,
Okay.
not on the beni. So the sanke has many more criteria to overcome as considered as a high quality.
Jadi pada kesimpulan dari 3 varietas ini, varietas gosanke, between kohaku, showa, sanke adalah salah satu varietas gosanke yang cukup sulit untuk dikeeping karena emang nggak banyak sanke yang mempunyai kualitas secara masif ya pindahannya ya dari body, pattern kohaku dan juga terutama suminya nih. Karena sanke yang bagus adalah yang perfect ya, itu yang subosumi yang tidak hitam. Itu tumbuh di area putih atau shirojinya dan tidak mengenai bagian pola kohakunya gitu. So, how if we remove, let's say, these 3 categories, 3 varieties in the same place in the koi show, right? So, when you see the best kohaku, showa, sanke, which one you prefer to choose as a champion?
The variety is nothing to do with it.
Why?
Okay, kohaku, sanke, showa, those gosanke are considered as very important variety. That's why we call it gosanke, right? It's because so many breeders breed. That means so many fish is available, and become number 1, number 2 means the value is high.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, number 1 out of 1 million, but kawarimono only 10,000. And become number 1. Both are number 1, but which is high value.
Okay.
Yeah.
So gosanke considered as a higher value because the total amount is big. Kohaku, sanke, showa basically considered as one of the most popular variety. So there is not much difference. But to be honest, if the shiro tsuri is more beautiful than kohaku and showa, can be.
Yeah.
Which are your favorite between these 3 varieties?
I like showa.
Oh, he likes showa. Showa adalah satu favoritnya Mr. Hiroshi Koyama, Hiroshi Senpai. Dia prefer atau lebih suka sama showa daripada kohaku dan juga sanke. Oh, Yuda sendiri?
Ya, kalau buat saya, for me from that 3 variety, kohaku is like, I think it's boring because from the baby we see the pattern, right?
Red and white. Only.
Red and white. We don't see so much different rather than the grow and body. But showa and sanke is more challenging to me. Sanke I give up because sanke I give up because it is very hard to develop the sumi. It's not like showa or like sumi like zero. It's easier to make the development. So between those 3, I pick showa also. And showa, even though the beni placement is not balanced like kohaku, but when the sumi come in and placing the
right
place and make it balanced, it makes the fish is beautiful. Yeah.
Dari Midas dia ada pertanyaan personal nggak buat Hiroshi Senpai terkait topik ini?
I think Hiroshi said the showa is his favorite because of I don't know. Maybe the reason is because there is a sumi there, or
same reason like the you just said, development, how it really changed.
yeah,
That's the process I enjoyed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because as a koi hobbyist and also dealer, I would like to see the progress of the fish, starting from tosai, nisai, sansai, even to yonsai. So not even body that we develop, but also the skin. How to make the skin more beautiful, like beni more red, and then the shiroji like white snow, and sumi become developed like ink. And also it is quite challenging to pick the tosai, because like I said, ohaku from the baby we know the pattern, but how we pick the good showa on the future, that's the still my experiment to me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how you pick your showa. If you have like 50 tosai, which one do you prefer to? Which criteria that you see? Of course, body first.
Okay.
After body,
Is that Kohaku pattern or the Shiroji koi or Sumi koi first?
I used to use the Dainichi parent fish for the female. It was the bloodline was blue. The name of the bloodline is blue. And yeah, I used several different kind of the male, but my offspring tend to be very black. Showa. And maybe you cannot imagine or you cannot believe, but when we do the culling during the summertime, the showa looks shit, so dirty.
oh yeah,
Yeah. And I like it.
blackish.
It's not black, it's like a brown.
Okay,
And the beni is not red, yellow.
yellow.
Yeah.
And for example, if I use the Isa or Sekiguchi bloodline, the offspring become Showa much earlier. Maybe like August or September, they look like a Showa already. But my bloodline I used to use was a late mature time. So once when I bred the Showa, the pond looks black, dirty. Even February.
Okay. And then,
Well, I thought when I do the culling during the summertime, I was so excited. Wow, they look so dirty, and I like it. Yeah? Maybe this is a good Showa bloodline. And harvest it and keep in the concrete pond during the winter time, feed a little bit. February is still dirty. It's like, oh my god, did I make any big mistake or not?
to make
I made like a waste the whole 1 year. But on March, suddenly the pond become bright, little bit black, gone. And on April, the orange become red.
so the black color is disappear.
Yes, the gray dirty sumi disappeared, and after a month, the yellow orange, which the beni become red.
Okay.
Ooh, they become Showa.
So it's quite opposite. When I choose a showa, I choose the no black, just maybe a dotted black in some places.
Yeah,
And
but that could be right as well. Because if I use the Sekiguchi or Isa bloodline, they become Showa quite earlier, August, September. So if I choose the Showa, that bloodline, I choose like you.
Oh, okay.
Well, white and not many sumi, but the beni is just a little bit, still okay.
So the dotted sumi in the body.
Yeah, even the sumi is not there much. It doesn't matter because Showa, in the beginning, when the Showa spawn, hatch, the fry is black. And they are gray in the beginning. Then they lose the gray and become like a Showa, the white Showa. After that, the sumi appears. And when sumi appears is different by the bloodline and different by the fish as well. But back to your question, how I choose the Showa. I prefer to choose with the small pattern, not the kohaku pattern.
Oh.
Sometimes kohaku pattern is too heavy for the showa when the sumi appears.
Yeah. So the beni is very little.
Then it is very little.
Yeah.
Now it's not like 3 step or 4 step.
Well, that's also good. That's also
Okay.
good, but sanke is more like need to be a little bit less beni than the kohaku, but basically like a kohaku pattern.
Yeah.
But if you choose the showa with the kohaku pattern, maybe in the future the entire percentage of the black, white, red become not equal but less white. If you see the grand champion of the All Japan last year,
They need to show, right? It's 80.
okay, yeah,
cm.
the big one.
Okay.
Like imagine that sumi is gone.
Yeah.
It's like only 2 dots.
Yeah.
How the hell they can keep that fish? If it's imagine that if that fish is tosai without sumi, like what the fuck,
Same like Dainichi Toyota, I see. The the beni only like striping one like one line and then another line to the next to the tail. What is the beni pattern? But after sumi placing is getting beauty.
It's the body first. Body is the most important.
Yeah, but I tend to select the little bit whiter one when I select the showa. Basically shiro as well.
Yeah.
My selection. I don't know whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tadi kita sempat bikin seleksi juga di sini. Hiroshi tuh milih Shiro Tsuri berdasarkan experience dia. Kemudian saya juga memilih. Jadi masing-masing ada 15 ekor kalau nggak salah. Nah, nanti itu akan kita compare gimana sih pandangan tosainya Hiroshi sama dibandingkan dengan tosai pandangan dari saya gitu. Nanti kita lihat hasilnya kalau dia udah gedean dikit.
It's only fight between 2 masters, guys, not for me. I'm just a beginner here. Okay, we're gonna switch the topic into the koi show.
Okay.
How does Hiroshi view the development of the koi industry in Indonesia so far? Like you
Very
say,
good.
You became a judge in Indonesian koi show a long time ago. Right? What development point is stronger so far?
The quality of the local production is very high and very progress year by year.
Yeah.
Especially in the small size, Gosanke, Shiro, very good.
Sorry.
I want to bring back to Japan. Yeah, I wish I can, but we can't import. It's very good.
Smuggling. Like longfin, longfin bloodline.
When you started to become a judge in Indonesia koi show?
14 years ago, 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
First,
From Fifth Coast Festival.
Oh, okay. So that first is the development of koi Indonesian industry, especially Indonesian koi product. That's a development so big right now, as you can see in the koi show. What next?
What next?
Next of what?
Development of the koi industry in Indonesia. Koi show. I don't like a koi show. The koi show.
Koisa.
So the simplest thing is, how do you see the koi show quality in Indonesia compared to other places on other region?
Well, to be honest, I often come to Indonesia, but not the other countries. So
Is that different between 12 years ago?
as I said, the quality of the local fish is very high, very good, and it's really good thing. And we ourselves need to brush up and then develop more. Otherwise, Indonesia will beat us up.
Is there a difference between koi show in Indonesia and in Japan?
What I feel is small size local production is very big, very good. But in the big size, the still local koi is difficult to compete.
Ya.
And this is, as I said, I think this won't be changed much because here in Indonesia, people prefer pattern fish. And when breeder wants to breed a pattern fish, they cannot pursue the size. If they pursue the jumbo, they need to sacrifice the pattern. That's what we do. We use the jumbo parent fish, and although we know we can't breed many good pattern fish, because we prefer jumbo.
Okay.
So we can't breed many good pattern. But if we focus on the good pattern, maybe we can, but fish may not grow up to 80 cm or bigger size. In case
Suara
of
azannya kedengeran nggak nih? Kedengeran lah ya masih? Bisa di itu. Nah, aman ya, oke.
You can continue.
Oh, okay.
Break, azan break. break dulu.
So, jadi guys, sebenarnya nggak banyak perbedaan antara koi show di Indonesia dan juga di Jepang. Kecuali di beberapa produk ya, terutama ikan-ikan gede mungkin. Untuk ikan-ikan size kecil tuh, Mr. Hiroshi pun bilang bahwa ikan-ikan produk Indonesia tuh di size 12, 15 sampai 25 cm tuh benar-benar punya kualitas yang sangat bagus dan bahkan berpotensi kalau bisa kontes di Jepang tuh dapat major prize gitu. Okay, we're gonna talking about judge view, exclusive from you as a judge view. Okay. Second.
Tenot.
Terlalu banyak pertanyaan. It's so many questions.
My view. Okay.
It's so many questions.
Okay.
I'm just one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What is the most important thing just look for when evaluating koi fish?
When what?
When they're evaluating koi fish in the contest.
Basically, when we judge the koi in a koi show, the criteria is the current beauty.
Current beauty.
Current,
Ya.
Current now.
Current or overall beauty? It's the same.
Same.
Okay.
So even I find some fish I really like, but it's not the current beauty fish, I don't select as a number one.
Oh.
So the criteria is
Different.
different. Yeah. Koi show is now. Which one is the beautiful now?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I actually mentioned about this to Harada-san from the Kyorin, the Saki Hikari Koi Food Company.
Yes,
And-
also.
It's really good food. And when I do the judging, sometimes I feel, wow, it's what a waste. Because fish is good, but condition is not good. And current beauty is not good now. If this fish is in the good condition, maybe this can win. Yeah. Because maybe many people buy the fish, whether that fish is good for the koi show or not based on body quality pattern, maybe pattern as well. But condition is also important in the koi show. Even the fish itself is good, if condition is not good,
Ya.
I choose another
As
one.
we know, sometimes is there a fish like a drop, let's say like a shiro or soa. Sometimes in the venue, in the contest, the condition is can drop like a sumi drop between like shadow, you know. Sometimes that's apa sih terjadi. Sometimes kayak apa sih?
Yeah, especially the Shiro or Showa, which has the Sumi. Sanke, they may not have much difference, but sometimes the Sumi disappear. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's nature. I mean, it's not your fault. it's about the fish.
Yeah.
But when you bring the fish in the bad condition, that's your fault.
But sometimes the fish can be stressed, so the sumi can withdraw.
Yeah.
More.
So how to bring the fish with the good condition is very important. Yes.
It's about the mentality. The fish mentality.
And then another thing is, for example, especially in the small fish in the plastic bag, how the quantity of the water you put in or how you show is also related.
We have special treatment there. Using sugar. And then the siroji will be very
Oh, that's something new.
That's a secret ingredient.
Oh,
And
cut.
you can censor it on this video.
But yeah, like this kind of like a small detail careness is like a professional, I think, because when we judge the small fish, we need to take a look close down, and if the water is too much, we can't see well. And if we can't see well, how can we give the good evaluation? So maybe this one looks good. This one looks good. So how you show is also important. But maybe like people think like the fish itself, but not all just about. Not just about the pattern or like how you treat them, how you show them, and how control the condition is also one of the important things.
Okay. We're gonna next into the last question, but this question may be a little bit sensitive. Is there difference between point of view international judge, like a Japanese judge, between Indonesia local judge in the question? So as we know, you are judging the koi between local judge too, right? In last week, okay. Is there different point of view between these two? It's from you.
I had a judge with my team as a 2 Indonesian and me Japanese and 1 Chinese Asian.
Oh yeah. I know.
And after we finished all the judging, we had chit chat with the Chinese Asian, and she said like you come to Indonesia often and do the judge. That's why your selection is similar with the Indonesian. From her point of view, the way how I judge is
quite different.
Yeah, similar with the Indonesian judge. And from my point of view, if I say about the difference between Indonesian and Japanese judge is, to be honest, I don't know what Indonesian judge learn the criteria of the koi show. But if they learn from a DNA, how the breeder judge is a little bit different.
What the difference?
The DNA has, because one of the greatest thing about DNA is they educate people how to see and how to appreciate the fish. For example, this is good thing, this is bad thing. The body conformation most important, quality is next, and pattern is the last. Well, that's the common thing, same as the Shinkokai. But for example, Kohaku shouldn't have this. Kohaku Shirotsuri should be like this. That is for the beginner. That's easy things to learn. Because it's obvious, right? But how we evaluate the fish from the breeder point of view is a little bit different. Like overall, this one looks beautiful, or the body compare with this one and this one, body is. The quality is this one better, and even we ask, okay, can you explain us how the quality difference? I don't know. This one is beautiful. So because the DNA can make the koi evaluation by the text, it's more easier for everybody to learn about it. So that's why evaluation, the way of the evaluation is a little bit different. between DNA and then the breeder.
So is that a big trouble?
No,
No, it's not a big trouble. You just have a different value, different point of view.
different view.
But so far, that's okay.
I mean, for me, it doesn't mean this is wrong and this is right. I don't say breeder is always right and then the DNA is wrong, but it doesn't mean DNA is always right and breeder is wrong. It can be both.
Ya,
Yeah.
Ada yang mau tambahin dari Om Yuda?
enggak. Oke.
Gitu.
Jadi gitu. Jadi point of view judging koi show itu memang agak beda-beda. Ada yang melihat kelemahan ikan, ada yang melihat kelebihan ikan. Tapi nggak ada yang salah semuanya. Tapi gimana cara pandangnya aja. Kalau ikan yang terbaik ya tetap terbaik gitu.
Dan keputusan juri di arena itu mutlak ya guys ya. Mungkin sekian aja chit-chat kita with Mr. Hiroshi Toyama. Thank you so much for watching this video. Mohon maaf kalau misalnya ada salah dalam berbicara atau bersikap. Saya Angga, pamit undur diri. And Hiroshi Sensei, thank you so much
You're welcome. Thank you
for
very much.
visiting us and Pluto Koisen.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. See you in another video.
Bye.
Bye bye.